Spam Fam! Today we're doing a scratch test. We are doing scratch art, but I'm trying to figure out the best method because when I researched it online there was only one. And there has to be another way. There has to be. So we're just going to try a couple of methods. 5 different ways, plus a wild card, which not entirely sure it's going to work, but working out the formula, which is basically it needs a waxy surface, then it should work. Only time will tell. So I'm doing a couple of different methods here. I'm doing a crayon with black paint and washing up liquid, pencil with tape and black paint, pencil, no tape, black paint, washing up liquid, paint pens, tape over it twice, black paint, washing up liquid. And then I'm going to leave the wild card for now, and we'll get to that. So this one is done in crayon. I don't have the best crayons. It's like this cheap little weird thing that I got off Wish about 20 years ago. This is the first time I really used it. So we have the wax, which is the standard way of which everyone else has been doing it, which is wax crayon, washing up liquid and black paint, which equal parts. This one is my coloured pencils, which are waxy based. So I figured my pencils might do it. But this does have tape over it. No, it doesn't. No, the pencil... Sorry. Getting confused now. There we go, yeah. That's one. That's pencil, tape, and black paint, no washing up liquid. And then this one is done twice with tape. And then this is the mystery one. It's the wild card. This one is alcohol markers, Mod Podge, and then the standard black paint, washing up liquid ratio. So I'm using the same black paint, washing up liquid ratio. It's apparently equal parts, but I didn't measure it. I just eyeballed it. There's no... So this one here is no washing up liquid. Because it's taped. So I'm hoping that it will just scratch off, no problem, because it's on tape. But anyway, we're going to cover the rest in the black paint, washing up liquid mix. But we will get to them each one, and I'll remind you, because that was all confusing as to which was which. But I'm going to let these dry. They did take about 24 hours. I did do multiple coats as well. But these are just little tests. I'm not going to create anything amazing. I just want to figure out which one is best for future projects. But here are the final pieces. The only one that gave me issues was this one, which was the double taped one. I guess too much texture, the bumps and whatever in the tape. So we're going to start with the first one, which is crayon, black paint, washing up liquid ratio, which is the standard way which people say to do it. I watched multiple videos and this is what they said to do. But they were using Crayola wax crayons. I do not have a scratcher or toothpicks or anything like that, so I have broken down a popsicle stick type thing. And I also got my dotting tools because I thought they might work as well. This is just a fun little video to see which one will work out the best. As you can see, I did not have much luck with that one. That one was very gritty. This next one we're working on is my Castle Art pencils, which again, soft sort of waxy core, no tape, and the black paint washing up liquid ratio paint stuff that we used. Now this one did come off quite nicely, smooth. As you can tell, it's much better than the first one. Not much left behind, but it is a darker colour, so maybe not the fairest of tests. This one definitely sucked. This one worked. It's still rough around the edges where you scratched it, but that might be my tools. Waxy pencils, you just basically want something that leaves like a smooth surface. But as you can see, not much paint left behind on this one, as where the waxy crayons. Again, the waxy crayon one might be my crayons, because they weren't the greatest of qualities. This one we're working on is pencil, one layer of tape, and just black paint, which came off really smoothly, I'm not gonna lie. The others I felt like I struggled with to get a decent line, but this came off quite nicely on top of the tape, so that's a good alternative if you did want to try that. I just laid the tape over, making sure that there was no gap in between the tape. But that's just black paint on top of there. So you washing up liquid. Maybe if you didn't tape it. Moving on to the next one. This one was just for me because this one is paint pens. I have neon paint pens and I really wanted to see the neon under the black. And this one I taped over twice, like crossed over, just to see what kind of effect we get. Didn't really make much of a difference, just made it harder to scratch because obviously there's like 2 layers of tape. But the paint on top is the black paint washing up liquid mix. I do like the colours on this one, turned out very nicely. And easy to scratch, apart from where the grooves are in the tape. I kept catching it with my tool. But this one is the wild card. This one I'm not... This is just me going, that should work. Maybe, possibly. But alcohol markers, Mod Podge, and then the black washing up liquid mix again. My relief that it worked. Now, this one actually worked really well. I do have a slight issue on this bit here. It just refuses to come off, and I scratched a little too hard, which is annoying because the rest of it came off nicely. I have no explanation for why that didn't come off. Let's clean this mess up, shall we? Okay, so I think this wax crayon one ranks at the bottom for me. as in vibrancy, scratch quality. The rest are kind of hard to decide because they each kind of worked. Again, this one, which was the pencil black paint washing up liquid, no tape or anything. It's a fish. It scratched nicely and it was smooth, it didn't annoy me. The pineapple worked really well, and that was pencil, tape and black paint, so no washing up liquid required. I think my favourite is the neon just because of the colours. But I'd like to try that again with a different formula, because the double tape didn't really work. Single tape, yes. Double tape, no. Alcohol markers and the pencil, tape and black paint worked probably the best. Visually, the neon one's my favourite. This one is the worst. Again, you might have had a better experience, but I didn't have crayons around, so I had that thing from Wish, which was not the greatest. I couldn't get much coverage. But let me know if you have tried the scratch art DIY thing. Let me know if you've got any formulas for me to try. While you're down there, hit that like, hit that subscribe. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye!